Alright, MrSotko here, and welcome back to another Starcraft 2 replay cast. Today it's a 1 vs 1 on Lerilak Crest between our red Terran player, Polt, and down at the bottom we have our blue Terran player, QXC. It's going to be a pretty fast replay, somewhat a short one. However, two very good players, and a TvT, so it should be pretty interesting. It is Lerilak Crest, so there are 4 places to spawn, so the SCV is going to move out to the cross spawn. Going to find that there's nothing there, and is already queued up to go to the north, and we'll find his opponent there. And an early factory out for QXC, and up top we have an early factory for Polt as well, so going a very similar build here. However, QXC has a somewhat better entrance, but not too big of a deal in Terran vs Terran anyway, and both sides busting out a Reaper and nearly identical speeds as well. Reaper out for Polt and the Reaper out for QXC as well, both moving towards each other, and the SCV will discover Polt and will now know where he is at. However, Polt does not quite know where his opponent is. We'll see what happens here, and we'll see if Polt goes to the wrong place or not, and it looks like he is checking the cross spawn first. That could give the Reaper a chance to actually get into his opponent's base. Now second Reaper out for Polt, and both of them are producing a Hellion as well, so 2 Reapers and the Hellion along the way, so a very good mirror match so far. And that Hellion is out for QXC, now moving towards Polt's base, and the stall of these 2 Reapers here may cost him a little bit. And now the Reapers have gone down to the bottom as well, along with that Hellion, but not going to find a base there either. But he's definitely going to know where it's at now. Now the Hellion burning up that Reaper there. This other Reaper can turn around and finish that other Reaper off. And QXC must not be noticing this right now. Polt does, and jukes his Reaper out a little bit. And here comes the Hellion. He'll be burning up that Reaper. Takes the Reaper out, now back at the base. QXC getting some SCV kills here, but that Hellion is hitting both of these Reapers at the same time because they are so close together, and if those were split up a little bit, it would have lasted much longer and that done a lot more damage. Here comes another Hellion and Reaper combo, but the Viking there lands, and now we'll be able to regulate the situation a little bit here. And the Reaper falls. The units lost tab, pretty similar. A bit more lost for Polt there, losing a couple extra CVs. Whereas QXC really only lost military units, if you will. Polt lost SCVs, so a little bit of a financial drop for Polt. Not too big of a deal, though. Now in the production, Raven is on the way from Polt. Both of them researching Cloaking Field on those Banshees. And here comes an additional Hellion. But 2 Hellions always beats 1 Hellion. And another Hellion running for his life here, but the Banshee is here and gonna spot these Hellions, and they get themselves right into the high weeds there. And 1 Hellion down. Now trying to make it into the base of QXC. Not gonna happen though, with those supply depots up. Another Banshee out in the field, and takes a shot from that Banshee there, but not enough to take it out. The other Banshee going to be trying to go around, harass some SCVs here. Neither side expanding at all just yet, and both sides making very similar, pretty much identical. 2 Marines, 1 siege tank. Cloaking Field a little bit late for QXC. It's already active for Polt. Polt is a Raven out, and that Viking to totally counter these Banshees here, but they may be able to get off some of these SCVs. QXC expanding first, neglecting to build that orbital command, whereas Polt is already going to have his orbital command, but the expansion is going to come a little bit later, so I suppose a double-edged sword, an eye for an eye there, either way. And now 2 Hellions moving up here, but gonna have to run immediately, way too much. Now we have a Banshee over here, and he may have gotten 1 kill. No kills on that Banshee at all. And now we'll lose this Banshee here to the Viking and Raven combo. Cloaking will be futile Another Banshee up here has 6 total kills, so doing very well with this Banshee. Cloaks, but that Raven is on the way, so it will not last all that much longer, and also scans can come from the building as well. Cyclone out for QXC, and that Raven is now here. Raven out here for the Banshees with 2 Vikings. Raven is just about to get taken out there, only 1 health left. And now Polt dropping those auto turrets. Finishes off that tank. And now moving out towards QXC's base. And this Banshee here grabbed 4 kills from the base of QXC. And it looks like all of those SCVs have returned to the main base for now. No Raven out, and no energy for a scan at all. The orbital command just now coming. A very, very late orbital command from QXC, although he did get that expansion up earlier. Finishes up that Viking there. Now just a Banshee left, and the Viking's going to try and get it down, but it's going to make it outside of that ComSat range. And Polt has to GG out, and that was a very, very quick GG. And so a very quick game, and I'm not sure why he actually GG'd out. It looks like up here some units were being lost. 18 kills on this Banshee here. No SCVs actually mining just yet, and the SCV kills count was going to continue as there's only a Banshee up here. There is nothing in production currently that would really help this Banshee up here to take it out, except for these 2 Marines. And they can certainly take out a Banshee, but easier said than done. And he was about to lose many, many more SCVs by the time they were out. At least 3, but before those were even out. And then he would have had to use energy to actually ComSat that Banshee there. So he was in a financial turmoil, if you will. And talking apparently is hard today. But I hope you guys enjoyed the replay, and I'll see you guys next time.